Hi, Sonia here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. You might notice that things are looking a little bit different around here, and you wouldn't be wrong because I am with my brand new camera and I'm really excited to make my content in 2022 with this beautiful camera. In my last video, I inherited that very large box of balloons, and I really appreciate some of those great ideas that you were coming up with, so thank you all for sharing those with me. And I decided it's a combination of what was in that box and what I know that you guys love to see. Now, I have made a few balloon mermaid tutorials in my time, but this one is going to be my best. I am pulling out all the stops to show you all the tips and tricks that I know to make a beautiful and amazing mermaid. So to make a mermaid of the sea, you are going to need a quick link. So these are the 12-inch quick links in the Qualitex blush. You can use also a round balloon if you don't have a quick link, and if you are not familiar with how you can use that technique, make sure you check out this video, which is going to show you all about how to make the raisin twist. We use a 260 for the arms. There is 4 260s in the hair, and we have 2 260s in the tail. So grab your favorite colors and let's do this. I'm going to create the arms first. Creating a 3-finger petal twist, a 2-finger pinch twist, basically a handful of that mermaid balloon, giving it a squish to create the elbow, trying to make these two parts of the bubble to be similar in length. Followed up with another pinch twist, and then we're just going to go in reverse for what we've done. Although I like to finish with the petal twist and then the pinch twist, whereas here I started with the petal. And go ahead to remove the rest. Locking in that knot by pulling it through is going to help ensure those hands go nowhere. We are going to go ahead to tie a knot. Just make sure as you tie the knot, allow there to be a little bit of uninflated tail here. That's really important for this next step. So if you've seen my Arabian Princess video, this technique is also used when creating her head and body. Now this may take a couple of attempts. I made that look kind of easy. I'm proud of me for that. You should have seen me doing it for that last mermaid. What we're aiming to achieve is a very large portioned head with a smaller portioned body. Now this is one of my big secrets for creating the head and body of the mermaid. It's an amazing way to reduce the amount of balloons, whereas before I realized this method would be perfect for mermaids, I would use a 350 body, which is what you would have learnt watching one of my previous videos. We could incorporate these in together. I'm going to do the hair now. I've left about 1 inch of uninflated 260. Just tie those directly end to end and start off with 2 pinch twists. They're about as long as they are wide. I affectionately call the second one an insurance policy, because if that first one goes down, well, then the whole hairstyle goes down. Running the 260 down the back of the top of the quick link, and we're going to make sure it can be the length to nestle right into the back of the neck and shoulders. With the remaining length of balloon, we're going to make a long bubble on this side and then another on that side. We want to try and make these next two about the same size as the first. I find the best way to have them similar is have it flush along the back of the head bubble and twist it off when you see that it meets with those bubbles at the top. You're going to have something that looks like this, but we're going to now go ahead to remove that excess. Don't worry too much at this time about the positioning of the arms, because they're going to go a little bit all over the place as we do the next parts. We're going to worry about positioning them when we've got the hair all styled. Next 260. Doing about the same in terms of inflation. Now this one's going to be a little bit different this time. Running the balloon alongside one of those side head bubbles until we get to a point further down the head, and I'm going to say it's approximately 3/4 down the head. Twist off that bubble, add in a bubble to pinch twist, and then just seeing how much more bubble we need to get it into the neck. Now we are going to replicate this on the other side, so we have our 4-finger bubble, pinch twist, and then whatever else we need to get to the top of the head. Twist off a bubble at the end. Bring that down into the pinch twist. If you're keeping count, this is balloon number 3. And pop it into the pinch twist here. If you're not impressed with when there's gappage at the back of the hair, you can take this as an opportunity to pull it in nice and firmly, twisting off at that point that holds in the back of the hairstyle really nicely. Bring that back up into the pinch twist at the top of the head. Now this is where some of the magic happens. To help give your mermaid some height in her hairstyle, you want to be folding the remainder 260 over the top and concealing those pinch twists underneath. That really helps to bump up the hair and give it a little bit of height. But also bring it down in behind this hair bubble at the top. Now we want to be securing this bubble here into the join that we have made, but at the same time we can fold this down, under and around. So you can see how it's gone from the top, going under, around, and just sitting there nicely in with the remainder. Give this balloon a bit of a squish, but we'll twist off a bubble and bring it back over into these. Ideally, you'd like to position it under this bubble that we created before. So far, we've achieved our look with 3 balloons for the hair, so we're going to bring in the 4th. I think back in the beginning of the video, I said 4. My intention with this balloon is to really give her much longer hair, and doing so by layering just backwards and forwards between the pinch twists and the bubbles. And just with the remainder here, I'm going to pop into over here. The final balloon is going to be a curly one. Inspiring a balloon can yield some unpredictable or different results, so lean into the beauty. It's the beauty of the balloon chaos. Connect this into the design by the pinch twist at the side. Brings us to the end of the hair. Now, in comparison with my pink hair and my brown haired mermaids, this one was actually made with 4 balloons, whereas the hair for this one is 5. Just giving you a look at the comparison between the two. So they both have created beautiful and voluminous hair, but achieved in different ways. Let's get on to the tail. Now for this, I like the beauty of using two contrasting colours, but you can go ahead to use one. I'm leaving about 5 centimetres to 2 inches of uninflated balloon. Picking my first, which is going to be the bottom tail fin. Now I'm going to pop in a pinch twist on both sides of this. Spiral these around one another, similar to a candy cane. About half the length of the pink that I have. Just locking it in by twisting it a few times. My petal twists are about 3 fingers wide. Spiral both of these back down into the tail area. Just taking the care to get a candy stripe being maintained in there. Once you feel that safely locked in, remove that excess. Having a bit of fun, see if I can get one of these to mimic the appearance of a heart. Just to finish off the tail, we are going to start twisting at a point just beyond the fold here. And very carefully with this hand, I am squeezing up here and twisting that balloon towards me. Bringing it all together now, twisting the torso into the top of the tail fins. I tend to first start off by grabbing the knot and nozzle and twisting it into the tail, but because that's still a bit loose, I'm just going to work the torso around these buttons. Just until I feel that it's nice and firm and sitting in there. Isn't she a beauty? So just the last few bits of maintenance. Listen to your mermaid, see what she needs. Here I'm bringing the arms forward, and that's helping with the positioning of her head to not be coming forward so much. Making sure down here my knot or nozzle is being hidden. I do like to sometimes have a pinch twist here in the top, but what is really good about having these 4 bubbles coming down here is you can pick one of them to kind of sit in the middle and really try to balance the top part of your creation. If you play with that position slightly, you might find that it is resting a lot nicer. Now I'm going to try and give her a bit of character.
A few moments later.
That can really help give her a bit more character, putting a bend in her tail. Just be cautious though, because it might start to unravel what you've created with the twists. I don't know about you, but I love them so much. You can try having a go at putting the principles that we've looked at here and putting them in place to create your very own miniature mermaid. Whether it's your first time here at my channel or you're a long-time subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I've enjoyed helping to put this positive twist in your life. And if you're left wanting more because I have not done a face, there's a video I think you're going to love and it could work perfectly for there. Make sure if you haven't already, you hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.